Lately, I've been doing a lot of my looting runs on Stellamontes, specifically for Exodus material. And even though you don't need most of this material for any raider project or bench upgrade, I do think it's something everyone should do. Today we'll be going over just one of the material you can find on Stella. Without further ado, here's our guide for why you should farm sample cleaners in Arc Raiders. First, sample cleaners are an Exodus material, which means primarily you're really only going to be finding this on Stellamontes. This is perfect because this is exactly where we want to be doing our loot run. So then, why farm material you don't need for any upgrades or for your raider project? In short, Exodus material can be recycled or salvaged into material that you'll need to craft gear for the mid to late game. Things like Mark II and Mark III augments, various weapon attachments, surge shield rechargers, and so much more. Recycling or scavenging these will net you a fair amount of seeds. These are great for hoarding in order to trade daily at Celeste for some of the basics you'll need for your day-to-day raids. Things like Great Mullen, Springs, and whatever else you may need. With the right RNG, you should be able to farm an extremely efficient loot run for Exodus material in just about 5 to 10 minutes, then simply rinse and repeat. The best place for an efficient loot run would be to search Assembly and Assembly Workshop. If you've seen our other guides for Exodus material, then you'll know the drill. Loot the yellow drawers and small blue cabinets in the assembly rooms, the white drawers that spawn in between the rooms, breach the server cabinets, and of course, the white cabinets and drawers found in the upstairs of Assembly Workshop. So, even if you don't make it out with sample cleaners specifically, you should still be able to find plenty of other Exodus material you can either salvage or recycle. Things like ion sputters, Exodus modules, Geiger counters, mini centrifuge, spectrometers, microscopes, radio relay, and so much more. All of these are extremely useful to break down to hoard craftable material for your endgame gear. If you need more basic material, then I'd also suggest adding these to your run. If you have an assembly key, you can use it to loot the locked admin room, though I'd suggest maybe saving this for a night raid since the day raid loot pool isn't always the best. Or you can run to the loading bay and loot the green drawers for a ton of basic material that'll serve you to craft more mid-game gear. I'd especially suggest a loot run to loading bay if most of assembly has already been looted if you spawn in late. Finally, let's talk your quickest extracts. The first I'd suggest is the raider hatch at the end of the assembly workshop. If you have a raider key, you can use it to get out and reset here immediately. If you've unlocked the skill in your raider tree, you can also craft one in raid fairly easily if you've looted enough sensors from the nearby server cabinets and found an advanced electrical component. If not, then the quickest extract, if still available in the raid, is down in the lobby metro station. From assembly, head east down the tunnel and then parkour up to the stairs that take you down to the lobby metro entrance. This can be a little tricky if you haven't had much practice here. You can do this by either jumping onto the yellow drawer and then quickly jumping again to mantle onto the ledge that leads toward the stairs, or you can mantle onto that same ledge by jumping as soon as your character steps foot on the material that's on the ground. Then simply slide down the stairs and the extract will be right in front of you. Spend some time farming this run and we guarantee you'll have loads of material to craft your endgame gear that you'll no longer have to sweat about trying to find. Good luck topside, and we'll see you in the next one.
Down one. This one up. This one left. I can't see anything.